Hello and welcome to another deck profile. Today we're going to take a look at some sharks and how they are going to flood the field with a bunch of rank 4 Xyz monsters. If you like this type of content, maybe subscribe and check out all the other deck profiles and test hands on my channel. Talking about test hands, if you want to see some test hands about this deck profile here, let me know in the comments down below and I'll get to that. Now, without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. Okay, then let's get right into the main deck, as I said. And we start with, well, the sharks, right? 3 Buzzsaw Sharks and 2 Lantern Sharks. I think this is pretty standard. People have been reducing the amount of Lantern Sharks, but it's actually still a very decent normal summon. And you still want to play at least one of them, just for your normal Buzzsaw combos, right? But again, I think just having him as a normal summon is also not too bad. And in this list we're looking to be more on the extender side rather than, well, locking our opponent out of play or having like 20 hand traps, which I think this format is actually not too great, having like too many hand traps. I think going for multiple extenders, multiple normal summons, being more consistent is actually the way to go. Then let's continue with more sharks. We obviously play the Abyss Shark. Yeah, nothing too special. This card is absolutely insane what it does for the deck. Then we play 1 Crystal Shark. I mean, it's pretty good, not gonna lie. It's getting even better if we play 1 Lifeless Leaf Shark, I think is the name. Obviously, they combine really well. Just the normal summon of the Leaf Shark sending and then reviving itself and so on. You just have access to immediate plays. Obviously, you can combine that with other sharks and other water support cards as well, but overall, it's just another additional normal summon, and it can also obviously work with others. Finishing our high set with the right hand shark and the double fin shark. These are 2 cards that are more cuttable if we're being honest, but I think like coming into your second turn, turn 3, having the ability to revive itself if your board has been cleared, or even protect your Xyz monsters which can come up, or having a normal summon that revives. Overall, just pretty nice cards for extended gameplay. And again, if you're looking to play more hand traps or more kaijus, for example, which I mean I would recommend personally, but then these are the cards that are high on the list of cuttable ones. Coming to more of the water support, obviously we play the Silent Angler. Not too much of a surprise really, it's just an insane water support card. I play most of these extenders as 2-offs, so we have a diverse variety of them. Some of them are hard ones per turn. This one, for example, isn't, but it's locking you out of summoning from the hand, so that's not all too great. Still an amazing card to play at least 2-offs. Then coming into more normal summons, we play obviously 3 Beautunaful or something like this. Luckily for you guys, the card has gotten a reprint, so it's not as expensive anymore. But anyway, it's a really good 3-off to, well, normal summon and then get into your Buzzsaw Shark, for example. It just really helps with the consistency of plays. Then, as I mentioned, we play 2-offs for our extenders. Silent Sea Nettle and the Xyz Remora, for example, are 2 that we get into now. Have huge upside potential, obviously, but again, they are hard ones per turn. And you don't want to have too many of the same extender in your hand, right? You want to have at least one normal summon and then a bunch of these extenders to go into a variety of rank 4s. Now this is not as spicy anymore. I've actually seen more people play it now, so might be not too shocking for you, but yeah, the Tenyi Shthana, yeah, it's pretty great. Obviously, if you have no bodies on the field, you can just special summon it. It's a water and level 4. And yeah, we'll get into how great this card is later even more, but it's just a really nice additional body on the field. Now this is a new addition that I am still not too convinced, but overall it has worked out well so far. Minairuka, something like that. It's obviously also a rank 4 and so on and so on. And yeah, it can special summon itself if a water monster activates an effect, so that can actually come up with some of our extra deck cards, for example. And it also has a pretty neat on-field effect where you can, let's say, banish itself and then negate a card on the field. Sadly, this is not a quick effect, so you can't really use it in your opponent's turn. So it's actually not a hand trap, right? You activate a whatever water effect monster, special summon him, and then banish him to negate something. That would have been great if we have like an in-theme hand trap or something like that, but sadly that's not the case. Regardless, more cuttable cards, Aqua Spirit and Ice Knight, the standard old school card, I guess. Banish the element and then you get a free body on field. Level 4, just additional fun. And then obviously Ice Knight is just enabling another normal summon. So you normal summon him, activate effect, and you get another normal summon of a water monster. Overall, just pretty neat extra cards that you can play. But again, these and the last two sharks, obviously more cuttable if you want to go that route. Then, I had some space, so I put in some Ash Blossoms. I didn't want to over-tune the extenders, but obviously this can be whatever else. Kaijus, for example, are still pretty good. Ashe might also not be the best hand trap right now. I think Droll is still pretty cracked, but overall in a more casual side, Ashe will have more leverage, and as this is a bit more of a casual deck, I think I'm going to also face more casual decks where Ashe has a bit more value maybe. Coming to the spells, we play the White Mirror twice, and obviously White Mirror is pretty good, and also a reason why I choose to play at least two of so many of these extenders, because then you can, well, obviously make use of the White Mirror, because you need obviously another copy of the same card to make use of this effect. Then some one-offs, 1-for-1 and Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion not too special anymore in these Shark decks as far as I know. And then 1-for-1, obviously trying to, well, go into your Beautunaful Princess and kickstart your plays. Just another way to not only get a water monster potentially in the graveyard for some other effects, but also to kickstart your plays without using the normal summon. Now, Xyz Import, this is something that I've been testing, and so far I like it. Obviously, it is a bit of a flawed card. I'm not going to say it's hidden OP or anything, but in a deck that spams out Xyz, I think Xyz Import, might actually work out quite nice. Obviously, you can use it going first and second, so that has some additional usage as a quick spell card. In case you don't know, you can target one Xyz monster you control, target one monster your opponent controls, and then attach the opposing monster to your Xyz monster. That's a pretty strong removal effect, if I do say so myself, and especially in a water rank 4 deck, this is pretty fitting thematically. Then obviously as the last spell, Called by the Grave, hand traps are a bit annoying. We don't lose to them, but let's just get rid of them. And then as much as it pains me, and I don't like the Umi control stuff, but Gozen Match is just too strong in this deck, and as much as I don't want to play it, it's just too good. It's just too good, and you can cut it if you want to be a decent human being, but that's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is, I guess, all about. Denying the opponent the ability to play, and so we're just going to do that. Moving into the extra deck, it's going to start a bit, boring with 2 Bahamut and 2 Toads. That's what, I think everyone plays. I've seen lists with 1-1, but I think that's just wrong. The ability to just make it twice is just too good. Then we play one of the Kraken, number 4, and we actually play the small ones. We play 2 of them. Obviously, if you play multiple of the number 4s, then the Krakens have additional value to get that one back, and so on and so on. You get all that swarming of the field, but that's not actually what we're really using these for. We're actually using these as easy fodder for this line of play. Obviously, the Utopic Draco Future line needs 2 Xyz monsters that are not numbers. We have the Bahamut Shark, but sometimes that doesn't come up, that you get 2 of these, or maybe you just get 1, whatever. And with this, you always have a more or less reliable way to get into the Utopic Draco Future. At least it makes it way easier. I've been looking in the Nash Knight package and so on, but that requires level 5 monsters, which is not really what we're playing in this deck. So till I maybe find some better ideas, these 2 will stay as easy fodder for the Utopic Future line. Then some other pretty strong Xyz cards, the Abyss Dweller and the Babushka. No questions asked. Even if Abyss Dweller is not as good as it was in tier format, it's still a ridiculously strong card. And then obviously we have to play the Zeus. Pretty self-explanatory in an Xyz deck. Now we come to the more spicier options, I'd say. We play the one Rare Fish, as expected with the Instant Fusion. But another instant fusion target we play is the Mud Dragon. Not only does it immediately protect your water monsters, right, due to its effect and it being water at the start, it's also a level 4, so you can use it to protect your field, to protect your effects, to combo off, and then at the end you can also use it to, well, go into your Xyz plays. So I think it's a very versatile card, and I think it has some value to playing this over maybe 2 rare fish. So far in testing it has worked out well, but yeah, maybe you have some other experiences with it. Let me know especially what you think about this extra deck so far, because we're going to finish out with a link card. We're in an Xyz deck and we play fusions and links. But yeah, Monk of the Tenyi, obviously, I mean, it's not needed, but it offers us a very nice line with the Shthana, where, well, obviously make the Monk with it, and then with the Monk getting like destroyed by card effect or by battle, you then have the non-targeting destruction. So yeah, I think that's a very nice thing. And again, as we're not playing the rank 5s, I think we have space for the Monk, but maybe you have some other cool ideas. Let me know what you are playing in your Shark deck. Again, there are different variances of this deck. Obviously, as I mentioned a lot, the rank 5 Nash Knight and all that good stuff. It's certainly interesting. And then there is obviously the Umi Control, which is, I mean, it has some value, but yeah, control deck's not too much fun, no? Anyway, so that concludes today's Shark deck profile. Hopefully you liked it. Yes, it's probably not the most competitive build of it, but I think the ease of execution and the pop of potential make up for that, and at least create some fun games at your locals or with your friends. Anyway, if you liked it, maybe leave a like and subscribe to not miss out on future deck profiles and test hands. Till then, my friends, take care. Bye bye.